이나 다 연주서 소소 걸로야 보스칸에 아픈데 와서 말을 지친에서 발라 라다 지친게 걸어 걸로야 보스칸 게 년게도 걸로야 보스칸나 아니 간도 인수 연구로 와 대손이 된대더니 반도지 연구를
just so usual we all should begin with cultivating the proper motivations. So the both from the part of the one who give this discourse, as well as and on those of you who are listening to this discourse. So we should all have this the motivation, Bodhicitta motivation, which is that we are listening, cultivating thought of listening to these teachings, profound teachings, in order to achieve the full state of enlightenment to benefit all sentient beings. So, from the part of the both sides, if we have cultivated begin with such proper motivation, so it will be very beneficial. We are up to here in the according to text, which says, through the power of relinquishments, so you become adept at how to joyously perseverance. At this point, so you must develop the power of being intent on joyous perseverance. So I will explain this. So we learned that this power of relinquishment, so which is to also a very important cause or the factor to maintain the continuity of our this joyful effort. So it's the advising that if we mentally or physically get very tired or fatigued, then should take the break, but then after the break to get back into the practice. And so therefore, as we become experienced or specialize in this, or get used to this the application of this power of relinquishment, and then it is saying that then we should then engage in this in the practice with joyous effort, very kind of at ease and more like a very the voluntariness loss.
타투바레 농기니 제가 다 내년에는 되는 선도거든요. 현실만도 레바드면 되는 게자 말에 대라 보자 보이 전제 좀비 세 저다 샤와 당연히라 보자 안도 이제 년문들 다 년문 카드 안도 적거든요. 다 년문 카드 전에 다 전제 따신이야. 저는 다 년문 카드 전에 전제 간제전 주고 되죠. 당연히 상도 말 만도 생만 몇지 봐도 년문이래요. 신내면做的만도 내는 저는 생만 몇지 농이 년문이래요. 농 somba 말이야 돼. 대인 맨 저런 상도 말이야. 제 땅나 semba shebo le yong ten non ge ten semba zomba ra le ba ngi ta ba de yin me che le shi gu ni shara ting go she ji le shin ni ma da lo disa na disa ting go de shin du nyamo pa to sa ji kon nyamo te sa ji geshe ya a she da she ba da gong ben dang do ta ji 听过了，他甚至说这一上去的，他一上了啊，不加那不加半夜，甚至做比菜就打下子。他来了现在我不加半了，真的我那俺就照就过你考虑去，一上真的做了，他做都是他来天马行对吧？真的做的多些，真的他做的做就打下子，人真的不要不行对吧？ 자신 전부에 샤라 코르야 저 남아 정가 베긴에 전에 그거 진짜 잘 봐시지 아무 마시운데 와 이제 내 가데 보자 보니 현재做比菜就在下完呢啥的现在来有点这样
and then the next line when it says as to how you are to act when you joyously perseverance at eliminating what is to be eliminated. So this this sentence, contained the whole the point of why towards what we direct our joyful effort. Our enthusiasms, and so when it says the direct it is to persevere at eliminating what is to be eliminated. So this they indicate that our effort, joyful effort, is directed to this the practice where which involve us to eliminate or to reject. So which is what is to be eliminated, what is to be rejected. So that is the mental afflictions, and so therefore our mental afflictions are really the main the obstacles or the something like a opposite force which we need to counteract with this joyful effort, and this the mental affliction. So why we need to counteract? So which, as we all know, so which is the really the first of all, if in short, what is this mental affliction referring to? Is something within ourselves, is the really unruly or the very unsubdued state of mind, and so this state of mind, so which we can here when it says here, it's as is always very important to trying to understand, trying to think of this practice, this what is saying here in terms of the one's own experience, and so in our experience. So what is the implication here is that whenever we experience any like unhappiness or any the unsatisfactoriness, so what is saying here is that this is this unsatisfactoriness or unhappiness, really is deriving from this, this unruly state of mind or this mental affliction within us. So this is it is not something we have to understand that it is not something. The main cause is not something external, out there. So therefore this line has the also the implication of what is the really the outcome of the discriminating knowledge which see what it sees in discriminating knowledge, especially relating to what is to be eliminated and what is to be to be adopted, to be cultivated. So what is to be cultivated, on the other hand, so we need to cultivating the virtuous state of mind. So therefore, on the other hand, we have to direct our effort, joyful effort, to trying to, as much as possible, to cultivate the virtuous state of mind which hasn't been hasn't arisen yet, and those which has already arisen, to trying to increasing it.
Madea Shilo Ma Tebala, Coseg Nipasi, Seg Nipachi Comate Guramado, Jala Teza Matesa Maris, it didn't tell you. Choro Madea, no, the Tomate Gores. Tell a country that Tega, called Nebotega, Coseg Nipachira, Sejira, Seg Nipala, Seg Nipateg. That's the Segia. Some dog around. Mother shall jala situation, never pass shaking the mother. Then no get any mother, no do mother, the copa tetachena, no shiboyunga, Sambachi boyunga. Mother can't say by Shabachi any time, come at you, they were Charles said, the Shabot there was Mayungas and Tito de Varo. Chishuna Mashi, Timan, Nishuna Mandi. She bought there was money and sandal. She bought there was money and other you there, you someone think there. There, Shabala, in the tunnel, she bought money on there, no sang till here by the other Ramantana, Shalom Kaza Jew, Kaza Drina Madina, and there were young Madua. Dance Tite. Tana Tite, Shalom Kazing on the teacher Dujana, Samba Hella, Saba Devo Yomadua. The Mayo at the garden, no need said they, Cheche Mando, did not but tell you. Wrong on the Che do around and a Samba Chejo, Kappa, the color Samato between the Duma Yudua. That the Karana Felmadua, Zindo Lode and a Rosa and a Mape, Desan Kuai and a Mape. Dollar Zumba, Gaze, no sell, they are Tanya, Mapepi, Scotch, Dua. They got the cards and children known as a day, Chijamansu, Ras, and so that to go. Yes, a conduct to Amare, taking an opportunity. Those on days, Tadangisha, the Changar of Tinoji, Masugi. Young it, the Lava, Noji, and going by him, Dova. Kaja said, Changar of Cheroni, there's a Cheran Rabon Dues, and Mamo Cheroni, Geshe Doga, Rabon Dues, Moyare, in a manner, Hangete, Lama, Shere, the Papa Shere, passing out on said Mapushuti, in Goyade. I tell Tabalang, in Ba. Ma Doji del Luz, and I don't come out bigger than you says that. Such a put Pemba Bashi must say a putilangi, never machine of another. Tamabe show you say, and yields is sure. Then it don't want the hour. Then it don't want Nipacha. My hand on this. Well, somebody lost. In a rosa, tongue and a man, I wish you ras. Tang any that is so nice. Nola in that thing or digitation, in a Nola, the direction. Sell Nyas and the Terra, Nolas and the Terra. Wrong trolls over the Terra, getting out test. The dress Nanga Chamber, the son, don't understand by Jijin Road to other, called Shilo, Lam Rim Chen Mo said, Lam Rim Chen Mo, so by Shinju Ji, and Sel Tilchi, Mandajilla, or Teta, King Shilos and Lam Rim Chen Mo said, Ma, Bodhicitta, no, their chair, my son, and how got the one to start that. How got notice my land.
So the main the point that we which is made here is to saying that the primary cause of unsatisfactoriness or unhappiness is something is within ourselves, and so therefore this we understand from, therefore we can understand from this that the in search of the, or as a remedy or as a solution to overcome these these sufferings, this unhappiness. So if we keep looking something outside, then it is, of course, obviously, so it is not going to remedy the problem. It's not going to help us to get, get rid of the cause of the problems. So therefore, what is the implication here is the remedy is also is within ourselves, which is in the some sort of like a positive or force or the energies or mental energy that we cultivate within ourselves. So that is the only that has the capacity to really to remove or to get rid of this what causes suffering in our life. So therefore if we don't recognize, if we don't recognize this cause thing that lying within us, the cause of suffering, or if you talk on the other hand, when we talk about the true happiness, then again the cause is within ourselves. True cause is within ourselves, and so without recognizing this inner cause, inner value, and then if we directing all our effort in something in the outside world, then it will become our effort will become like a futile. No matter how busy we keep ourselves in trying to remove this suffering, the problem that we have, and it is not going to help. And likewise, no matter what we're trying to externally, we're trying to accumulate or accumulate things, it's not going to bring this happiness, bring satisfactions that we are looking for in our life. So rather, there's always, as soon as we satisfy, we're able to achieve, accumulate one thing, then soon after that we are uncontented and then look for the next things, and so therefore this indicates that the fact that we are not able to resolve the problem, the continuous problem that we find in life, and all not able to find the happiness that we're looking. So this is all indication, or is a clear sign that the kind of method that we use to eliminate our problem and or to achieve our happiness is a wrong one. So therefore, as we're saying, how sometimes you could have situations situation where some people could undergo a very kind of very a deep, very miserable, very life situation, and then they somehow not being able to, the external is whatever they've got, whether they've got a really a beautiful house, or they've got a nice, somebody trying to put a nice food in front of you, or trying to, your close friends, they're all trying to support you. So no matter what, all the good.
In the science happening. Why this? Why there? All conditions already there. All your problem, your for all conditions. Why there? You think here. Not think there. Think here. Maybe you too much think here. Or wrong conception. All round. Maybe you're not happy. Maybe here, angry, jealous, frustrated, here. There you. There's no need. There. This Sandup Tsering, ngāndu tīrjā sāntō, ngāndu tējī chīyōng kērī, tā nōl cī sōnū kōjī rēshā diwa. Shīni ngāndu tā madēn dzak tu tā rāsū mā sūngā. Tā mā sōrō sōnū kōrē, tā tēchē nōni mānzō mā tē. Ngāndu sōnū kōgō yā rē. Sōnū tē tūgā, chīpā sē tē. Chīpā mēngē chī kāyā mā rē. Tā tērē tā rōsū chējā shirē mā rē. Kāyī mā diwa. Dēyāni shī bōyā mā rē. 다 내 맞이 제 시범 다 로스 제지로 건 타면 좋아. 만두 치 생겨들 다 하고라 녀모데. 팔선은 와서 노셀지 선도 따다더니 서서 하고 용그래. 그래. 녀모도 고자라서 봤더니 그다 지지스 때때 하고 용거데 최반량이 되라고. 대인은 저로 선도거래. 문라들 랑네 얘도 문라제 가야만 컨디션에네 능한 내가 가면 돼. 너고 제아리에서 가면 배틀려들 뭐뭐 세고 다 되지. 다 너고 매매세면 소세안 저거 알아. 가야만 컨디션이라. 컨디 등아 세이나 소소 등은 돌 마바바디 되는 거 하고 오면 돼. 영화 소도 톨 파거든 하고 되와. 그래서 하고 말. 이게 내 말에 진짜 가리 영화 소야. 괜찮아야 소소 노도 잘로서 되다. 다 손은 대성이 치셰 당이 니바때도랑 이게 지역이 쳐서. 라 니바때에서 가는 니바때가 소소 내알 앞에 등아바 세이 니바때고 알장하다 대한대 능하면 되겠지다. 대한대나 대대 저들 니바대고 저치 두시가 능하만대나 능에 저들 파 도시고 달로도 되네. 그래 다 성대. 그래 나는 몸은 너무 멋지대요.
So so as as I always say, so there's if you have those of you who have some sort of knowledge of the dharmas, then you need to it gives you a different perspective of the life, which is to say that how if you cannot. When we talk about the causes of this, suffering or the causes of happiness, and then when you, as you direct your focus on in the external world, and you can, you cannot really identify, you cannot really pinpoint anything that is really the cause of the problem. If that is the case, it's just a matter of getting rid of that external thing. Or, if you see something that is reason why I'm lacking this unhappiness or satisfaction is because you see something in the external world that because I lack that particular one's object, and then have to be the case that simply obtaining that object, then you should be happy forever. So the fact that we cannot, the reality we cannot really pinpoint to any like external object as the cause of of the suffering, of the problems. And so in this situation, then sometimes some people can get very frustrated, and then to the point that they could not even they can't see any reason, so confused that why they are so experiencing so much suffering in their life, even though they cannot really pinpoint. And so out of such frustrations, such deep trouble, within themselves, but they could not see any cause. So then some, then they could only see that measured remedy is to take a suicide, and then whereas some then could, bit of the gut and in the within them, and they cause resort to some violent actions, which can also threat to the safety of a lot of even killing a lot of other peoples. So that's how when people lack the knowledge, any knowledge of the Dharma, so that's really if you could imagine what else they could do. And and also it's also important to understand the perspective. If you could imagine, if you are in that situations, then you could also understand them really well. How sometimes even if you are in that situation where you have such a strong influence of such a wrong thoughts, and wrong view, and then how you can also then when you are in the same situation, then we can really understand that. So therefore, we also learn here is to now at least we have to try to relate. To apply our whatever the knowledge of Dharma we've got here in terms of now to direct our focus inwards, and then so this is something extra benefit of the Dharmas. Then we can truly see it as we failed looking the cause of the suffering, cause of happiness outside. So if we look inside, then we might be able to identify it. And this is what, in fact, when we talk about gaining the discriminating wisdoms, which in relating to to knowing exactly what to accept, what to reject. So this is something as we direct our attention, focus inward. Then when we realize, when we see within ourselves that there is certain destructive force, such as in the form of our mental affliction, how these are the true source of our suffering, and at the same time we see some sort of value, like inner value that we see within ourselves, which how when we cultivate and enhance that, how this has the potential to bring more happiness.
Lam Rim
So then, to read the text. So as to how you are to act when you joyously perseverant at eliminating what is to be eliminated, so engaging in the bodhisattva states. As a seasoned warrior approaches a sword fight with an enemy, I shall parry the blows of the afflictions and strongly strikes the affliction, my enemies.
Desha double the dad machine and other dunga stay with you. That done it. Chado the hill down my hill, Madame. Does it tell it? That's some don't happen to her. You know, Chibas and men saw the Yaman saw the dying by Moshina. Guardian caught it with a cottage out. She thought she died in a college and she thought cottage out on the Moshina is a son things of our Yamo dashes, then Yamo dashes, Yamo Koro dashes, and mother. That's so Jill Yana, so Judge Kuno, wrong die, so good. God is a king, the other machine. Do not tell them on the new regard. Tell Dumadua, she Jalana, tell them about the Halaka Kaimadua. Mona Dashi, Jumbos Rendua. Sega Madia Chumba Lever, 3 hours or 3 judges of Calicom Shuchi, Rendua. Don't get a chill soon, so much Jijani Ba. Take Duman my Shazer head down, Martin Shinzi Kangani, Judgment is racist. Naga Party, Nadamuda Tintes and Yuda, Menat, Meshu Chubachet, Dranat Tenin, that Tatu thing, that any that's on Tinto got a chipas in it. Chipang in it, that is, Yata, Penata, Cosat, Tilmata, the incident, the Jundu.
So the meaning of this verse will come just in the next passage. So when it says here, as a seasoned warrior approaches a sword fight with an enemies. So here the enemies. We can enemy is we can also define as something which destroys our happiness and our joy, and then the which inflict us with sufferings, with problems, and so therefore from this perspective, so we can truly recognize that these mental afflictions that which we cultivate, which arise within us, so are also really our true enemies. So because we such as when we talk of mental the inner enemies, or such as like how the strong desires or the hatred or the anger, see how the moment they arise within us, so we lose all our joy, our happiness, peace, and then we succumb to suffering, miseries. So in this way, that is true. When on one hand, when we think of the loss that we suffers because of these inner enemies, and then when we think of that, compare that to the external objects, then generally we suffer more because of this internal, and so therefore from this perspective, it's not it's not when we externally, when we losing certain things, it's not a should not be a huge concern, so whereas the something internally, when we lose our internal peace and happiness, so that should be our main concern. And so therefore here, just as how it is quite natural when we in generally when we recognize a certain person or certain things as our enemies, then when we recognize the clear recognition, then it is we naturally then we trying to fight with or trying to to compete, trying to defeat that enemy. So in the same way, this is what is required here is also to recognize this all these mental afflictions within us also like an enemies.
Te ma ta le ta la de kon bi de ki pa na ta ka ti re son te dong de wa le ma da le ki pa chi le ma ja la ke pa chi ya ra nyu nyu ke pa kon ji on ke ti wa ma ta le ka chi de ta son te dong de wa to mo le te la kon bi ki pa na da do ra ka so she be che ta ka chi ye she be che and pa ron jo ba ji we che de sim ma she chi Sala, Rola, Certain Tsering, never Papa la, Sua, Kibaton. Kibato. Palan Joba Yankee, Lela, let the Bajada started. Tamani Kipas in the rest, they are going to add it. So they're called Pay, I will let them on there to them.
So the next line so begin the explain the about verse. So the first two lines of that verse when you say as a seasoned warriors approaches a sword fight with an enemy. So you're talking about a warrior who's seasoned or is somebody who is like a very skillful and very highly experienced warrior. So you could imagine what kind of the strategies, how that very experienced, very skillful warrior, what they will do in the battle against their enemies. So in the commentary it says, for example, when seasoned warriors, the adepts who are accustomed to the activity of fighting battles, so enter into a sword fight, etc., with their enemies, so they do not put value only on destroying their opponents. No. So if I can rather, they must accomplish two things, so skillfully avoiding the blows of weapons directed at them and destroying their opponents.
Padre Jews are the Jugger, me, Yang. Keep out the chin, Manebe, Sacho, Karen, Ron, Karen, Nagin. Padre Neta got changed. Sunday to Packard negative. Ra, Chin as I choose. Pan as I chance, such a keep out anger. Tamasica found that you enjoy the not the Jim. That's something to keep out the near lesson. Padanjo key. Sit Sanchaga, Manab. Never such a nigger, the nigger, $1 keep a rest, I tell you, they are Drabaj does it, they are called the other Palagan, Joba, Inky, let Drabala, let Drabaj does, and things like that, and keep it.
So, as he says, rather they must accomplish two things, skillfully avoiding the blows of weapons directed at them and destroying their opponents. So, we can picture that how what some a warrior, very highly skillful, highly experienced warrior. So they when they are in battle against the enemies, so they will be taking into account of that the whole perspective. So they will be focusing not only just to give a blow to or to strike to the enemies, but at the same time they will do everything to prevent any harm, like a defending themselves, and they will also know very well in terms of positioning themselves in the field, in the war field, and so they know that even sometimes even if there's sometimes if we lack in experience, then we might, in order to prevent such the offense, so you might like trying to run away, and then you will end up become a very easy target of the enemies. So however, the very experienced warrior will exactly know what to do, how to achieve this both, to strike, to weakening, to destroying the enemies, as well as to defend the any attack from the enemy as well.
That's not. Dasho Mobo and show Jig, Dad, Sata, Jojo, Dan, show Yen, never the Papa and Matamas and Pavas. The son Tini to it, Testing and Bachia, is that the Baboy Mosa. The Lord the Babo, Lord Gomba Boyo, Yemo the Tabi says, Yenna. Chidabata, Yemon Tangaro, Yemon Tai dead. Yemon Tai and a card, Yemo. Sela, Manjabala, Society, so I don't say. That's how I get the Saji. Pala Yambochenda, then Juba, Yingala, Kebashini, Sabashagi, Yamola Tabi said, Yamoji Sir, Sela, Manjabala, Society, Soachi. Partene, Niamola, Jombala, Jomela, Yankala, Kibashina, then Zambasha Gores, then there is La Niamotsin Nemanet, Sochi, Pan never dead, Yankala, then Kibashia, then this is so good as and got that. I didn't pay my leg with it.
So I says, so likewise, so when practitioners battle their afflictions, so they must persevere as they become proficient in two things, taking defensive precautions and thus avoiding a wound to their mind, and on the offensive, destroying the affliction by applying their remedies. So how, we, just as our very, experienced warriors, will be the observing the not simply in a particular direction, but just to the whole areas, enemies from not, if there is some shots coming from one particular directions, and then just because it's coming there, so in order to avoid that, he won't simply run away from to different directions, unless he would make sure that there is no enemy on that direction as well. Whereas if not experienced, then you get shot from the different shot, coming from the different direction, bullet coming from different directions. So this is what exactly is, as it's saying here, that how then here that we as a spiritual practitioner, so in where we are in trying to counteracting the combating against these mental afflictions. So in doing this, so again we have to apply this both the two things. We have to remember two things. That's the offensive. So that is to while we have to direct our remedy to destroying the force of the remedy, directing to completely destroying the mental afflictions. But at the same time, we also ensuring that there are some other mental affliction is also not influencing, not causing harm, harming on us. And so therefore as it says here, taking defensive precautions and thus avoiding a wound to their mind, and on the offensive, destroying the affliction by applying by their defense, and then also to making sure that while you are trying to with the application of the remedial force, you eliminate some affliction, but at the same time you making sure that there's no other mental affliction, some other part of your mind. There's some other mental affliction which is not causing wound in your to your mind. No.
Tata Mayana Nyamo Chigi Sheba, Nyambu Richie, Kocho, Nyamo Yechi, Gaycheda, Changashi, Chidan Trupa, Nella, that is Chibarita. Yona, the Saracen, Kanamato, Chewashi, the Shebi, Yanga Nyombo Sini, Yajola, the Chewachi, the Kaish, and that. Nemuchil Nemo Tadara, Nemo Java, the Nemanesa, Madonna, Nemo Jechigum, Gad Manchon, you rest, and the Tarchibari. That's the Tandin Mapele, was on Teto, Hakonda, Trobichena, Yombo Suni, the Gajola, the Che, la Kai Shadow, the Pejana, Talek, and then the Peloja, no.
So as the text continues, for otherwise, while they may use the remedy to stop the activity of one portion of the afflictions, so they are either robbed of some aspect of virtue by other affliction, or else they develop a great fault in their mind, so that the harm of the affliction and the creation of the virtues are equal. So in which case it will be hard to make further progress in the virtuous practice of applying the remedies. So essentially, so it's the saying how it is important. Not only we should be with the remedy, we should try to counteract certain afflictions, but also it's important that we there is no other the affliction, other mental afflictions, which some are at from the different angle, different directions, different part of the mind. And again, it's causing harm or attacking us, attacking our virtues, and attacking and causing wound to our mind. So as he's saying that if this happens, then even if you on the one hand, even if you are remedying certain affliction, but because there is other affliction which is kind of destroying, causing harm to your virtue and so forth, so the end result then it becomes equal. In another words, then you are not really make any progress.
Shiba Kono la Patenia, she thought it. That Beja Shina Dugdusuna, the God, Shiba Kono la Pateni. You watch it, Zuni, Ranimbo Zuni, Zechebana, Mashiba Moba, Sais, Mashi bigger than a Mashi Bitipa, and Mombi, Mashi bigger than the Momba Tipisano, Mashi by sharing with Tipatia. Shiba Sanyu, Nyamo Yala, Chedachin, Sir Mashi Biti, and Yeshet, Temi, Chedakini, G. Cheche Mario and Javaton, still at the Shiba saw ye say, she's saw Jenny, don't Nyamo Yala, she thought the Shiba Tipat. Mr. Demicho says, Tipitica, Mambasa, Demi Mambasa, Noji, Mashiba said, Tipat said, Tipacon and Mashiba sign, Yamo Yala, some Mashibis. Yamo Yama was some Mashir. Tell us the same Mashir. That Tirilam Kwanko, Tirila in Tang Yenede, than the new one. Keep on Majaches in the new water. Nyemos yar Thomas Jason, Tana, Gazet Tibacha, Tirila Nesha, Tirila Nesha, Gazet and Tibacha, Majam heading. Majit Tibal to you, tipping Majala to you, then there's any Giade. There is a relas and Rela, Nesha, the Mesa, you're not Sandra Sobatani, Sandra Yomala Sobatani, Jim Mario and Javisha, Yenede. Tibato, Shibato, Nizuna, Tangenero. Cockebody, the Majachamores at the new was at Geneza, Jim Mandovara. Tipasheba, so Jin Day, Jin Day, said the Maja, she saw just a young woman. Genning were that. Son said, oh, should have conduaji, Mario G, Mario and Java, Neshe, the me said, they are real large, relation, concord relation. Tatanala, the ning in it, Maja said, tipping Maja Troshan, Maji Tipa Troshan, Tipa Gajan Pen, Maja and Padding. Then you would do Mashibi Mubadma Seva, then Yamol then Ta Mazibichin, Majan Ta Maziba, Jin Dish, Jin Dish, Maja is then Tamaja Payungo, Majito Shayungo, Majito Shevato. Ah, Sarala Shayunga Subatini, and then you was either Maria J. Young and a roy. Keep buying a pair of Tavan Goma taken the name was that. And Mario and Jerry shared that I called that Mashiba Satia Hako, Taylor and Yeshan Pebisi, Taylor, Town Conquer, Rilla San Mandita. He said that Yesha Garden Pagan Sinner, she is on the Maja padding, Tipaka Majan padding. Oh, on that is the Central Share showing us a lot, and you touch Maja is what Central Share saw the number not in well, there she is. That has had Shiba George, thank you, but you know, so better, so then that there's some to Swatel, then Yamon Tom, as in here, there she swat. It's a minute, Tipa the town, what you to Roswa.
So then the continue to cite an example. So some people may think that knowledge is most important for practicing the teaching, and make knowledge alone crucial. So when they then inquire into the teachings, so they dispels by means of study the confusions of ignorance. But meanwhile, because they were not cautious about the other afflictions, so their mind streams is utterly ruined by the stain of wrong behaviors. So here, the text, the further explained what was just said before, the importance of having a like a holistic approach to our practice, rather than here is given an example. It is wrong to think that in our approach to Dharma, in our practice, then to think that the studying, or the listening to and the acquiring this knowledge about Dharma is what is if you think about it, that is most important, and so of course it is important, and also as it says here in this line, that there is a benefit of the learning, that is to the expelling the ignorance or illiteracy of the about regarding the dharmas, and that is why in fact it says that the listening or the learning is like a lamp which dispels the darkness of our ignorance. So what is saying here? So however, with this one-sided approach, then your focus is only on this learning, but you're really undermining. You're not really paying any attention to actually to integrating this into one's practice. So this is where it's saying. So when you lack that focus on the practice, then your learning, as it says here, the learning would then, in fact, then can become can be a cause of rather than cause to decreasing or to diminishing this mental affliction, can be caused to increase the mental affliction, such as like the pride, increasing pride, and which sometimes can quite easily happen if we're not careful. Then how we are if our approach to Dharma is only the show interest in Dharma only for the sake of learning, and then with that kind of attitude, then it will, as our learning increase, but because we lack this attention to our practice, so as the knowledge increase, at the same time, then this will, as we are not watching our inner continuum, mental continuum, so this will increase the pride. So that kind of serve as a cause to increase the pride, and then the pride will also, in turn, then the cause to for one to continue with that kind of wrong approach. So therefore, there are situations where people even say someone who yes, he is a very very knowledgeable person, but at the same time he's very very arrogant, and so this is what you will end up. And as well as if we don't pay attention to our mental continuum, then how with the learning, not only that it will increase pride and other mental affliction, but also it can also doesn't help us to observe our ethical practice, like the practice of the moralities and
Maji to some go. Chill Tiba Shabada, Maji to some Russian, Nemo that the mother. Had that fast, had that fast Kakayama. Had that fast, and more sharing the larger had that mapa, the Ima, had that fast thing in it all. Tiba and had no red, and Konyamo between had that fast. Is that taking another son over? Another change. She's done, my young one, that the little teacher. There's she's on Majana, you think, right? Because Yamma, my kids is that young, it's that's on Tessie. Jim and Jay said. That she ballet, Jim, though I saw her, and then another Lana Mebaration. Mother, the news, Shiba Lechin, Jildoa, Kache, Bon Dunion, Gombato Shites Mumbi Dala, Sema, Sheba Tony, Chiniechi, Malapi, Rungin Kelobe, Domba Mojo, Kibi, Judon, Chim Mumbi, Jenda, Tony, Jombajero, Yitanjing and Dum Tisu, then move Chedanga move Chiliwa. Shibali, Jenda and do Kachin Yonis, Yenda Yoni, Cheda, Gombato, Hite, Mombidala, so much about it. So Shabbat, Tony, called Sana Shabbat, Tony, so Shabbat. Then, Chim, Chin Yechi, Malapi, any, and I Kelo, Yenda. Kelaba the manu de chidi, and Judole Chimoni, Jetuanji, Hinduangas. Namachi Unidera, then in line, then that's a more Yundua. Mobile Tom has ever changed at Rano Yundua. Sujat Sumata Yunda, didn't you? Then Judol, then Judol, a mobile, Lobin Judol, Lobby Damano, the Chibit, and Judola in the morning, just like the thing give you. Son of theatre, the dead. Other Tisogas of Chicha, some tend to go joggies, Peshua Chegas, and Tipa and Mache, Roy Jabala Malate dinner, then Mombala Tamas, Mombala Toze Jaga, Mombala Toze Machin, Tiungatin, Kello Domba Suto Mares, and then you don't Mobe the Ingres, then Yabos on to answer Negata. Nobody judging, others of God never more judging, and then God never more judge Kigun. The job you start a consider cheating. Keep a torres, a station, jaying there, Gomba torres, and the mobile Thomas and cheating there.
And then continue. So other people, so give in the other example. So other people may think that disciplining the mind is much more important than knowledge, and thus emphasize meditations, and then cast away cautious about the enemy confusions. So they neither study nor learn the teaching. So they become greatly confused about engaging in what is to be adopted and rejecting what is to be cast aside under the rules of the vows they have taken, and are thus continually overcomes by infractions. So after the text, the cited an example of how when we are one-sided to thinking that the listening is is what is the most crucial important thing and nothing else, and then now here it cites that. Then on the other hand we said, okay, then the listenings, these are not listening or the studying of the Dharma, so these are not crucial. So what is crucial is really practice, is really like such as the meditation, the engaging in meditation practice and engaging in certain observing certain precepts and so. So these are, if you think these are very important, and so then as he said here, so just as the how if we our approach is just one-sided to the studying or to the learning. So as we said before, then we won't this learning won't really from the learning we don't derive any benefits. So the main benefit is that as it is said that the being calm and subdued is the sign of the learnings. So that is but rather as we just discussed before, it's the instead of that kind of outcome, we say it's opposite. On the contrary, our inner continuum is opposite to that, and so likewise, how if we simply focus on the meditation and on the learning, but if we avoid or neglect all the learning, and then what is saying here, and then how then due to the lack of the various the knowledge and our the illiterate like a sort of state of mind, then we might then commit various like the moral downfalls and the various negativities without unknowingly because of our lack of knowledge, and how even sometimes even if people who lack the knowledge, and then they even sometimes people get when they decide to do certain like the practice like the Nyungnya practice, but they don't know how to about how to the observe the like the Bodhisattva's vows, what are those vows, and so not knowing all that, and so therefore they're not able to the implement all the practice properly. No. So there even some made the comment that their experience as a result of their experience of meditation, they feel that they become more kind of dullness in their mind, and they feel more heavy within themselves, and so these are all clearly what is said here, showing that showing indication the lack of this, what is required is all the combinations in our practice, all the combining all these three, the learning, contemplating, and the meditation, all three together.
Yeah, you get a lama tonga, let tomba, Jago, and younger Sunjet Morris. Then Jago the coach Morris. Yapupe, and was the Domade. Jago Junga Sunjet, then let tomba, Jago so he said, Donga Yapur and was on top.
So, in fact, according to this Amazon Karpas, the advice for the beginner is to combining the stabilizing and the analytical meditation together, but however the more important is the analytical meditations.
다 현재 로르는 파체야 되는 다 제고 전혀 다 신의마도 파체를 다 대신 다 대다서 다 녀몬은 타비체 다 가르쳐가리 다 당연히로 된일에서 녀몬을 다자 맞아요. 녀몬지 켈 녀몬대야 되는 다자 맞아 다 된일 생겨야 만도서 시반야 양년에야 지니나 야 세지기도 와那见的那见那把我写的，我这个呢是最重要的对吧？也不是这大件年末的特别参用，人家比提了，当然，那的吧我让人特别参了，一年没那是提示的，那让人说呢，那现在多比个，你比老没些吧，他妈的两把大。얘는 내 앞으로 저로 손도가 니빼데 나보 쉬버지야데 뭐 파칭아도 지리가 정일이 가는다 저 소소란 저만 쇼지 lonzo 마세요 레그로 가래 전에 될래마데 미세 세톤 도피 온게고 라 이제 야 레그로 와 신인들 렌 로마셰바 대마다데 레바다 대del렌디가 손대도
then continues. So if in battle, so your sword were to fall from your hand, so you would without hesitation immediately retrieve it out of fear for your life. So so this the example given here, so is really very effective. Is how he was talking about how in a sword like a battle. So the reason why if the the warriors swordman drop the sword, then on the ground, then why immediately would trying to to pick it up. So this is because obviously because of his fear that of the attack from the enemies and the consequence of the then losing the battles.
Then meno maje be temba go waters. Then tembi seshona, then doing jibi temata, then temba te gites. Then shona, then tembi seshona, and end doing it. Rata, and end doing it, and divide, I think, and doing around. Is that an end doing Jimmy temata, temba te gites, that apple, son to the other, that and Majashala, the own that.
And then says, likewise, so when you battle the afflictions and lose the weapons of mindfulness, which does not forget the subjective and objective aspect of engaging in what is to be adopted and rejecting what is to be cast aside, so you must immediately reapply mindfulness out of fear of falling into miserable realms. So, so if we the compare that that example about how with the swordman. So if you compare to that, then how here it's saying that our sword is like our mindfulness, and how important is our mindfulness. How if we losing that mindfulness is like, then we will be in the danger of falling. It says falling into miserable realms. So which is the danger, because we will lose the mind. It is losing the mindfulness. Then we would easily then accumulate the sinful actions, or misdeeds. So therefore it is saying here the mindfulness, particularly with regard relating to our this awareness of what to what is to be adopted and what is to be rejected, to be avoided. So with that, the remembering, or that the awareness or the mindfulness of this awareness, so is very crucial.
Then Ludo Majebu, that temperature, Tata Junior, and other things are some door. Carrying under Loja is Carpoja and other Magate, the Papoja is, Gaja to disease. Loja said, no, said, Tingle, other just on Sona, Nole teeth on it, Shaman and Romaga and Nyati. Tenso Korayama, Nole teeth on it. Nyola color, Kitonita, the Rosong has attended or down Mongo and then I was having lying banging. Magia just the chip on or Magna, Tatamu, they can't do that. The unit. Lelo, Cello does that. I do son of Zeniton and the Digata, Yamo read, that is Kangatin Sony or rest, son of Zenitona. Pojakar, Lojakar, Yamo Boja, Gal Loja, Deba Boja, Gal Loja, chewing cash is dead. Daily out there the poker, then Yamo the Boja, Dama the Vishera Goja tell. Daily out then tree, Paja to you should have the Boja. They show you sales, the niggas out where you are. Then they got that, son of the other road, let them one. Pon loss, Carapon, Carlon. You know, Magia, Bojari, Giacha, Lojari. Tell my jet be tempered the abu, go out, take it there, goddess. The Yapon de wa. Then other Tana, she, Sushan Yangola, Martin, non Sitata, the same with you. But they teach you. She is the lot of chair. Live on the younger. That's on the dead, but they get the son of the poor law, cheddar, poor log and judo, then I mean, my jet be tempered and say, Sean has and I don't do it. And you know, I'm a gay musician, I don't get told of it. Gay musician, I don't dendo you. General time, Mara. Magacha Papon, Gacha, then I said Loing that, Tambadi Sosota, Magacha Puma, Yuma, Gacha, no Yuma. Maloya, Magano, Malon, Magation, Jonathan, and don't you share that in a Pajan, no license, Madame, that's that, there. Yet, I read the Runjana, Jibich, and the Labata. There's a temperature that says, Shona. Nyayen Jite, Nyada long, then Nyan Jipating, you know, Magacha Mabura, Mother. Magaya, Magachin, chamber, then Yan and Jigger, Yada, then Chunging Tandroseva, that's the tag. Some death, you and you said, I got on a Jewish that. That temper shut the catch and then gamble the that demanded.
So the if we relate this the practice of the mindfulness as mentioned here to our own practice, then the as he says, the mindfulness is something. What is mentioned here is something related to our awareness of what to what to adopt and what to accept and what to reject, and so therefore, if we in terms of our own practice, so what are those things that we should which we should adopt and to be adopted and to be rejected, then we can simply think of the like the 10 virtues, as something to be adopted, and 10 non-virtues is something to be abandoned or to be rejected, and so this is a very not only just the very basic fundamental practice, moral, ethical practice, but also if we could imagine the benefit of that if we observe this practice of what to adopt, what to reject on the in terms of these 10 virtue or non-virtues actions, non-virtues, then we will also at the same time, if those of you who have even taken even a certain like a higher vow, like a tantric vows, so a lot of this you can also, by observing this, you can also be able to avoid or refrain from the transgression of certain like the root tantric vows and so forth. So essentially, when it says here to be adopted, So you must immediately reapply mindfulness out of fear of falling into miserable realms. So which is saying how if we lose the mindfulness with regard to, for example, regard to these 10 actions, virtue, non-virtues, then how then we will be if we lose, then it says we need to reapply the mindfulness out of fear of, because the if we lose the mindfulness, then we can easily create the non-virtuous, any of the non-virtuous actions, and which can result in the serve as a cause to take rebirth in the lower realms, and which we learn that how if our non-virtuous is very like the great, then the result can be throwing the like hell realms or the middling one to the preta realms, and if it's a small one to the animal rebirth, and so therefore, however, on the other hand, if we through the mindfulness in our everyday action, so if we are able to observe these 10 virtues, then we can be there's no we can be really sure that without having no leaving no doubt in our mind that we won't fall into the lower rebirth. So therefore the even though there are we can understand the practice of what to adopt and what to abandon on a different levels, like how we can have this in terms of the 10 virtue or 10 non-virtues, and then to the the beyond after that in terms of the all the mental afflictions, and then to against the to gaining the wisdom of emptiness or the selflessness, and then also we can talk about this what to adopt or what to abandon. So in terms of the latency or the propensity of all these mental afflictions, and then in terms of cultivating bodhicitta and so forth. And then the continue with the engaging in the bodhisattva's deeds says, if you drop your sword in battle, out of fear, you quickly pick it up. Likewise, if I lose my weapon of mindfulness, in fear of hell, I quickly retrieve it.
Gossip, show, gay shown, wrong, the Mogay shown, Sharashing, she. That in this, no, Yabon, I think the church was in laying the she, the longer thing, and the lot of the thousand theatre. That temper shut the catcher, and now, when one looked at you, shoot that. Oh, je do temper, they say, temper, the lot the ship are there, then the dinner. Ngamba suja te temba nyon be chi chike chen ji ban ja se ra ngene de ge temba nyon sa na shang ge ta be de shi temba chi a de temba chi a su nyo sha chi ya te temba so de shi temba chi su.
So and then continue the protector of Nagarjuna in his friendly letter also taught the great importance of mindfulness. O Lord, the Sujata declared mindfulness of the body to be the one path to follow. Hold fast to it and guard it. So when mindfulness declines, so all virtues perish. So we also heard this famous the advice from the Kadamba masters who saying the mindfulness and the introspections are the best, are our best friends. So here again the meaning of the mindfulness. So it is to about the mindfulness of the about our knowledge or the awareness of what to adopt and what to reject, and then whereas the introspections. So it's it's a part of the wisdom aspect, which has the ability to examining, always, observing and examining the or watching the keeping watching our actions of through three doors, like body, speech, and mind, and so even quite often, even His Holiness Dalai Lama also quite always advises to the to others to always to remind others about that fact that we to always he always give the advice that you should always keep these the mindfulness and introspections.
다 콜라 템바 템비 열라진 시라je 레바 쳔네 셰와 시지데 템비 쳔데 좀바 예지 템바라 롱데 쳔데 예 연제제 메도 생년에 템바 데이터 디비 예지라메 되와 시라 셴데 템비 저거 템바 거를 로도 열더니 셰이 넘어면 되었다 대성도라 시라 셴데 템비 대주고다 시라 예지든 템비 되게는 시라 가서 로테 제바데 다 템비 많이 봐주고 시라진데 쟤는 저기들 너 로자래 라 너 보자래 로자도 더자니데 시라 예요 얘네 템비테 맞게 봐서 그거 선대도 다 선대 시제는 시라지 저 답으시라 저 시와기나 시야다 다 시라한테는 시야데 야본데요 라바 셴리지 템비지는 저바 예지 템발라로 이제 연집이 좀 해서 시라지 저다버시 셰기 제나 시스터라 아니 셰비진 주도기지 네 통째도 체바다야 롱롱기 생기샤지 나중에 시안을 다 롱롱게 켈롬베지나 너바노 볼로노 볼로노 옌비 대달라 대바도 시저되니 녀려 줘봐 제지 샘에 바란 더봐 제발라나 대시된 거 써잖아 가요 무슨 뭐 무슨 많이 넣었어 무슨 넣어래 다래
So
that's chicken that's not open that's not around that 시라지 저다바시데 셰기나 얘나 셔수라가 수라시네 셰비치데 주도기네 통제당 야유수라네 로다네 대 통제 체바다 손을나 다 서서 야라 체바다 롱롱기 켈롱이 넘반온지 이제 이따쟁에네 원로노 옌비 대다라 제바다 시저 때나 녀래 조반 제치면에다 대대자 네 샘메바는 너 봤더니 가까이 대지 때 봤더니 가까이 요거 말이야 진짜 많이 고요 맛이 나오시 대요 얘다 라드 해비세 다 대. 현주디야 다 대자야 넣으면 다
So so the text further really clarified the meaning of the mindfulness. So as it says, furthermore, regarding the object to which mindfulness attains, so mindfulness apprehends an object that wisdom has fully discerned. So mindfulness does not distinguish its object on its own. So here, it clearly says that what is important, even though the mindfulness is important, but what is important is what mindfulness is mindful of. So which is clearly said. It is whatever the knowledge, or the understanding, true knowledge, true understanding which you gain, through your wisdoms, which you understand from your wisdoms. So that is the. So when you talk about the practice of mindfulness. So what is important is to be aware of that. You are the true knowledge of which here specifically related to. It comes explained a bit later to what to adopt and what to eject and reject. Then the text says, what does wisdom discern? So so this is all relating to the object of your mindfulness. So reply, in general, the wisdom discerns everything to be adopted and everything to be cast aside, as explained in scriptures. So here, scripture means like the teachings of the Lord Buddha's teachings, and in particular, it discerns what is to be adopted and what is to be cast aside according to the vows that you have taken. So this then also, as well as the knowledge that you gain about the generally about the teaching, all the teachings of the Lord Buddha, but also specifically then for your own relating to your own personal practice, such as like the vows or any commitments that you have taken. So to be here again referring to the object of object of your mindfulness. So therefore, once you apply mindfulness and vigilance to these, so you will complete your practice. So you will not be successful by just applying mindfulness and vigilance within the narrow confines of attention to an object of meditation. So how it clearly indicate that without your knowledge that which you gain through your wisdoms, knowledge from your wisdom, and then how simply by mindfulness of anything, certain objects. So that doesn't the necessary something very there's nothing greatness about or beneficial about that. So therefore it is the mindfulness which relate to the instructions and whatever the guidelines that which throws to you from the wisdom light, your wisdom, discriminating wisdoms, that. So that is what is it says here, referring to the as an object, very important object of the for the practice of the mindfulness here. So we leave here. Thank you.
The Heart Sutra, page 17.